Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Jenelle Kim with Craig Nandoo, and we are the experts. And we are here at Ennecaus, Napa Valley, interviewing Tony Morales of Luminize, who is a fellow San Diegan. So we like him already, but we also like him because he's a wonderful gentleman. And he's going to tell us a lot about what he does in the space, him and his company, with Amazon, or what not to do with Amazon. All the things.
Excellent.
Okay, good. Tell us, Tony.
So,
all the things.
All the things.
Yeah.
So my job
10 minutes.
is to make sure we're pulling all the levers necessary to help brands grow on Amazon. So that might mean having the right inventory process.
Yes.
Making sure that the packaging looks great and our listings are perfect. Making sure that we're advertising and spending our money the right way.
Yes.
Making sure that we're using the right technology stack to help support the growth of the e-commerce business.
Absolutely.
As a handful of examples.
Yes, I mean, being on Amazon clearly has all of its advantages. I don't even have to begin. However, what people may not know if you haven't gotten started or you already have started this process is there's so much surrounding that. And that's exactly what one of the things that you help
Yeah,
with, clients with, right?
I think one of the things that I like to talk about is this concept called the myth of the silver bullet, right? So there's a lot of agencies, software, like things out in the ether that say, hey, if you just do this and it will solve all your problems. Absolutely. Right? There's a lot of buzz around AI right now. Before AI, it was called machine learning, and then it was omni-channel expansion. And so I think for me, and here being at a health and wellness conference, there isn't just one silver bullet. The way I look at it is there's like 100 golden BBs, and you have to do a bunch of things right consistently all the time to really be successful. And so what we do as a business is help entrepreneurs, focus on their business instead of in their business.
Yes.
And most people want to work on new product development, right? Or their next marketing strategy or their retail expansion. They don't want to be on the phone with Amazon support or handling, the 100 golden BBs, if you will.
Right. Absolutely.
Question for you. So brands traditionally have started and sought wholesale, distribution into Walmart, Sephora, Credo, etc. And then e-commerce came around and people started launching their brands on e-commerce. Do you think it's wise for a brand to just start and launch on Amazon, or should they start somewhere else and then come to Amazon? What's your thought on that?
I think I've seen brands be successful in both directions. I think it's good when you're an Amazon first brand. I think it becomes harder to kind of go off channel. I would think of Amazon like a distribution network, the same way you would look at Walmart, Target, or anything else. I think the more you can do to build up your own audience and your own brand presence and brand awareness before launching into a bunch of retail channels, I think the better.
Absolutely. It makes a lot of sense. We know a lot of brands. I can think of a lot of brands right now that we manufacture for that would love to speak to someone like yourself.
This episode is brought to you by Melora. Melora is guided by the reverence for Manuka, including the plants they grow and the bees they care for. Melora sets the gold standard for Manuka with potent antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and humectant properties. Melora uses premium Manuka honey and oil, ethically and sustainably harvested from the remote East Cape of New Zealand, to create luxurious, non-GMO, nutritional, beauty, and personal care products that soothe, hydrate, protect, and renew.
But I think the follow-up to that would be if you aren't a brand, then you're just a widget. Right. Then you're just a $10 kitchen utensil, or so it's when we've seen it in sort of the collapse of the aggregator space. If you guys are familiar with that over the last year, where we've seen a bunch of these Amazon aggregation businesses where VC money bought a bunch of Amazon only brands, and now they're slowly going out of business because they weren't brands. They weren't innovating new product. They had Amazon niches where they were successful, and you really need to be a brand and have distribution in order to grow in perpetuity.
So Amazon's really evolved and continues to evolve, it sounds like.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Tony. I think this is very... Did you have another question,
No, I was going to
Craig?
ask you, for a brand maybe that's starting out, maybe they're launching on Amazon, they're coming from e-commerce. is it something they can do themselves? Obviously, you have, this amazing ability. Can they take a course on Facebook that says like, this is how you sell on Amazon and know how to do everything that they need to do?
Yeah, I think there's listen, I think it's tough to do for anybody. Is it something someone can do on their own? Sure. It just depends on what kind of bandwidth they have. So there's a lot of learning tools out in the ether, and I think even better, there's a lot of people, even like myself, that are willing to help somebody for free, right? So like certainly we run a business, and we can't do that in perpetuity, but there are a lot of people that are willing to answer questions and help people get started who
That's
are trying
really
to get started.
Yeah.
So that a brand doesn't, go too far, spend money doing this and that. What would you say is something that they should avoid when thinking about Amazon?
When thinking about Amazon
Or a
is
takeaway that you say, this is something people aren't thinking about.
Yeah, the tagline for our business is Amazon is not your friend. So when you're getting advice from Amazon, consider the source, and remember
Yes.
they're trying to help their business be successful, not necessarily help your business be successful.
Right.
I think when you're trying to grow your brand, before spending a bunch of money on Amazon, really focus your efforts on external brand awareness and getting your branded traffic up, and just getting people to search for you organically.
Yes.
The better, the more you can do that,
Sure.
that's sort of the rising tide that lifts all the boats, if you will.
Absolutely. Makes
So
complete
that's social
sense.
media, your own website, et cetera.
Your,
things like
your own
that.
D2C social. I mean, I would even look at micro influencers, right?
Absolutely.
In niches, because you can typically afford that when you're small a lot better if it's just, say, a product exchange, and you look for somebody that has, say, 2,000 really engaged followers. Not people that are saying, like, always read the comments. If
Right.
someone's saying, "Oh, you're so beautiful," that's probably not who you want to be working with. You want to be looking for comments where the followers are asking really engaging questions about, how often do you use the product? How does it work? What about this scenario? So engaging questions are a tip off that they have an engaged audience that's most likely to buy.
Yeah.
Very
Such great
interesting.
advice.
So-
Thank you so much, Tony. This is really, really important, especially given the nature of where the industry is going, particularly with Amazon, and so helpful.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate your time.
Thank you for being
Appreciate
with
it.
us.
Yeah.